warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped.
Weirder than usual.
You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing.
See, that's one map that never needed to be Dr.
I
Starter.
found nothing. It's like we live in a room and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that
So
leads
basically
to
the poster
real
is a
world.
simulation.
We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen
Gorgeous
freak
game.
out and
We're
try
gonna have to
to
adjust this
forget
to
what
get
they
some
saw.
better FPS, I think.
I'm here.
Those reflections in the eyes.
Why did you bring me here? Hello?
Okay. Getting 44 FPS there, so let's try the DLSS.
Anyone here?
Up to 75. Um, 80. Okay. We're moving. We're moving. Correspondence. Certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials, unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart. Number 2, pencils. Any object considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept. Rubber ducks, ketchup bottles, all material under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. Zoom? Why would I zoom them? Okay. Can we go back outside? Nope. Federal Bureau of Control. Have no idea what this game is. Dude, those reflections though.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago.
Shows how to
I
attach
keep
they are.
seeing it in my dreams.
There we go. Redacted. There's gonna be a lot of redacted stuff in here, isn't there? So we're gonna steer into that. Change the title to "You Can't Redacted Me." Expenditure summary. Staffing, surveillance, blank. Data Center Initiative, construction, redacted, redacted. Minor, office equipment, janitorial cost, redacted. Mold removal, HQ livability costs. For cost breakdown, spreadsheet, see page 5 for 5-year comparison chart. Okay. Okay. We're in a tutorial.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them and they were hiding in plain sight.
Hey, toilet. No mirrors, though. Jesus, those reflections. Security order. Redacted. A shark in his redacted. Although secure, redacted. Permission to, redacted. Following basic protocol, redacted. Shoot to kill, redacted. Good luck. So much information there. Hello. As you all should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires an interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Mrs. Marshall, Mr. Salvador, Mr. Kirkland, as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly.
Hello? Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for
It's like
me.
a very old Elon
You can
Musk.
say I sent you. If they don't hire you, niin johan on helvetti. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
Isn't this where I came up originally? Yeah. Wait. Okay.
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
Okay. There we go.
Did I lose you there for a moment?
Mm-hmm.
You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Internal lockdown. Hey Irish, how you doing? Reminder, drafting any public-facing material. While penning any notifications of death related to the Willow Awe, please adhere to the following guidelines, or AWE. Phrases, words to use. In the service of his or her country, regret, pride will be remembered. Words, phrases to avoid: Alaska, scissors, blood, bleed, loss, apologies, sorry. Tired as hell. Made it to World Tier 14 on Outriders. Once I hit 15, I can start my grind for expeditions. And supposedly later today, today's Thursday, right? They're going to be patching the mitigation bug patch. So hopefully you'll have an easier go of it. Okay. Sadly, I can't clear chemical plant on gold. Weapons are a bit too weak from the levels. Yeah. Yeah, use the exclamation point FPCALC calc. It'll give you an idea of what a weapon will level up to. Barbara, I'm not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day. For the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one.
Shit. Shit.
Which class are you playing?
The
And which
murder
double gun?
Really? Something's outside. Was coming here a mistake?
Yes, let's touch the murder weapon.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
Okay. Okay, V is melee.
The same gun. Okay, now I have a gun.
Oh shit. Health elements. Worth a shot. Worth a shot, Irish.
This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
Okay, it looks like there's a way here.
You can't let this happen.
The hell?
You can't let this happen. 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 You can't let this happen.
Dude.
You can't let this happen. You stopped it. You.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
The game is just amazing,
That was-
technically speaking.
Horror. Get the fuck away!
Okay. He's on a bad LSD trip. Seems like it. He's on something.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guide us. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
Reach the hotline. Yep, you did miss the Breath Edge finale.
If you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these
Building
simple
shift?
steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Wait, is that me? Looks like me. Jesus. Okay, there's weapon mods. Nice. This object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows parautilitarians to redacted. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of redacted. The object will determine whether redacted. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by the redacted, though their criteria is unknown. Gonna sit on the points. We need to come up with another name for the channel points. Just start calling them derps. The object was discovered inside the oldest house in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis redacted many forms throughout history. Redacted, Mjolnir, Excalibur, Vero Nostra, all weapons that redacted of their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, redacted. Okay.
Reminder, if you
Okay. Well, they used to be called scrap for Outriders. Now they're just channel points. Okay. She's turning 46. Okay. Don't let mold hitch a ride. Yeah, I don't like Drasties. Yeah, the Subnautica reference was great.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babbles
Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964. As part of an effort to strengthen government relations, we're proud to serve the United States and our people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York or just visiting? How'd you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and they'll need to leave. If their answers seem redacted, escort them to a private room. There, perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If their responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then redacted immediately. There's no such thing as too suspicious.
Pages. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Urban legends. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event, AWE. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We understand certain redacted, informed by our own redacted, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can be artificially redacted in popular culture using redacted, our Bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore. AWEs that only occur on redacted, a pair of scissors that consume human redacted through two punctures on the redacted. These details, given living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranatural realities waiting to happen. And are they hanging or are they levitating? Look like they're levitating. Nope. Shelter. Marshall, we checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything, just like the house fire before this. And the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find another way to sort the fake AWEs from the real things. Or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch. Next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Special Agent Keenum. One more question on Outriders. Any word or hints?
Intruders detected.
Any kind of DLC or additional content anytime in the future? I mean, we don't know. But I do believe they're going to release additional content. We'll probably find out something at E3 next month. Agnes, thank you for the host, my friend. How are you doing? Undefined reading. We don't have clearance level. Okay. Oh, wait. Here, assets. Okay. What happens if we close ourselves in here? Nothing. Damn. Okay. Is there a way to switch shoulders? Like, hey, Legacy, how you doing? Controls to evade. Shield? Well, I don't think this game has any kind of... Sorry, what? There we go. Hmm.
Hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Or it's our enemy?
And it's not just third-person shooters. Every shooter should have that mechanic. Morning, Dave. You're a little freaked out. Why are you
Hissing
freaked
sound
out?
that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy.
Where's the tactical guy? There he is. Okay.
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
Anything else in here? Doing all right, Dave.
Holy shit! You did it! We did it!
Okay. Hello.
Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
Debatable.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn.
You've been
Should I
hearing things
lie?
in your apartment at the same
Jesse
time
Faden.
every night for 3 days
I'm
straight.
just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Laser tag?
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily.
That weird smile.
Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
the service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet.
A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Nah.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already.
Nah.
She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the
I wouldn't
bureau
trust her
she's
at
a
all.
part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together.
Sad, single, and lonely man.
Okay.
I can say that
You
on
with me?
it.
We did it before.
I mean,
Push the
our
hiss
character, kind of cute. Her, not so much. Hey, open back up. Control points. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the redacted arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by redacted detection of an unobstructed ping using the redacted within a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or redacted, or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be redacted. See, that's the good thing about fantasizing about it. They don't reject you in your fantasies. Is she dead? No, she disappeared.
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
Hey, whatever blows your hair back, man.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already.
More than likely.
I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but He's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench. The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
Okay.
Don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department? The hotline should be in the communications department.
Origin of the hiss.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily.
Okay. Oldest house?
You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door.
Okay.
Director Trench.
This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I'd need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah.
Yes, I will. Objects of power.
Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Okay.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Don't trust her one bit, though. Personal mods. All right, we're a director, but we don't have clearance? What? Okay. For the director, shouldn't we have all the clearance? Oh, he's high as fuck. Okay. So we need to go this way, presumably. We need to go upstairs.
This happens more and more. You gave us the permission and the regulations.
So how do we get more clearance? Shifted bathroom complaint. I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. House memory. refined reading. We have 6 of them. Like, I'm not understanding what these are supposed to be. Okay. There's nothing here. So it's actually on the lower level. So this way. Yeah.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Health recovery mod. Accuracy boost. That could be nice. Travel costs. Visit the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spruce Ranch, Elgato Blanco Inn, A+ Lodge. Okay. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state, but hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Raleigh and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. The Boysen research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. Nostalgia department. Hiss barrier. The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. The Hiss barriers appear as always to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. Two methods have been discovered for lowering them: destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity, destroy the hiss entities in the area. The resonance fields seem to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Refer to file redacted for full report. Shelter. Havana summary. An auditory event occurred at the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of the diplomatic staff stationed there. Redacted deaths were reported, and the outgoing information has been managed. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness the AWE, which is reported to have been redacted. Staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise, accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. It lasted for redacted minutes. No visual phenomena was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off, and the embassy staff were transported to the continental U.S. After Formula I-9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. Cowboy boot. Jesus. Okay, fuck that place. All right, let's make it so running is always on. Sorry, what? Okay. Not what I thought it was. Due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Green is stable. Yellow, low possibility of anticipated building shifts. Orange, high likelihood. And red is frequent. Okay. Scatter projectile choke. Okay. Dead letters. Machine God. I had a dream and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be in his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster and the fans, plus the timing belt for my car's engine and the wheels for my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. We finished it, Pyro. Yep. We finished Breath Edge. Fuck. Cover, cover. What the shit? Where the hell are they? Yeah. Potatoed. Oh, seriously? What the fuck? Did it not save any of the stuff? No, we still have everything. Let's see. Let's go. It was this way.
There it is again. A welcome message.
Now, are they gonna be here still? Okay. So it's just a respawn. It's not a checkpoint load. Nope.
Yes, it's overpowering here. You don't want me anywhere near it. I'm with you on that.
I'm so confused by this game, to be honest. How you doing today, Cat? Energy recovery. Undefined reading. Singing fish. I called the police, but they never came to my house. I got a problem, and you gotta send folk to fix it. I got my wife one of them singing fish on the walls. It's not a real fish. It sings when you hit a button, but it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs. Says lots of cuss words. The devil got in my house because of the fish, and you gotta come handle it. My wife is real upset. When can you come? Dwayne Barr. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones will allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. So thank you again. Sometimes being the lead sucks. Yeah. That wasn't a very stable desk. What kind of work do you do? Okay.
Look at
You're in software.
8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes.
How am I enjoying Control? I'm
This is not the disk,
confused
of
as
course,
hell.
but one exactly like it, a perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on, and they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 36 pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Okay. There's just so much going on. It's unexplained at the moment. And there's these clearance levels that we have no clue what we're supposed to, or how we're supposed to get clearance levels.
Communications. We're on the right track.
And let's back out a little bit. Anything else to see down here now that there was a room down here, right? That couldn't access because of this building. It was the one over here. Yeah. Dead presidents. To whom it may concern, I'm being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirit guides giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that. I have great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. James Bartholomew.
Just look.
Yeah, we already watched it. Book Club. Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book Club book brunch will convene in the usual spot in the corner table of the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their reviews to me by Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. Happy reading. The fuck?
Hey, Meg! What's wrong? My mom's dead. I'm so sorry, Meg. What happened? I don't know. They blacked it out. It's like the director says. Confidential and children both start with C.
Very creepy.
The director's a puppet. They run first person. Dad says my mama went missing in action. She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure wish someone would find her.
I'll help you look, Topher. We'll find your mama together.
The fuck? Are you supposed to take drugs while playing this game? I mean, I feel like I already have. Okay. All right, let's move on. Communications. Keep your insides what? Oh. Imagine playing this while you're actually on drugs, though. Like, what the serious fuck? Book Club by L. Simpson. So I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess. But I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around almost like a catchphrase got real annoying fast. Kind of like Control. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and guns space hippies or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brainworms, and that space dogfight between two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. Undefined reading. Like, we don't have a clearance. How do we get a clearance level to be able to read these? Guess we're going to pneumatics.
An object of power. Looks like the hiss have latched onto it. We need to fence it.
Gotta get promoted. But they said I was a director. Like, C is crouch. What's up, Rago? The floppy disk. Nuke can be found.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
E? We're a Jedi now. I'm still wondering what this is. Yep, streaming is my full-time gig. Indeed. Okay. So I can't pick them up though? Yep, it's definitely faster. It's the way to go. Gun is now obsolete. Sounds like it.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
Yep, that'll help. Just hitting them with bags of mail. Fuck you. All right, so maybe energy recovery would be the way to go now. Must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. The object is 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. The object is currently bound to Redacted for research purposes. Stolen from a Soviet military base located in Redacted by agents Redacted and Redacted with the CIA, the diskette contained launch codes to Redacted missiles, believed to be reserved for use against Redacted. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. Saw you try to pick up 10? Yep. Redacted. All the Redacted. We're going to play this until Redacted comes out, and then we'll play Redacted after that. And hopefully Redacted gets a release date soon. Yeah. I mean, it works, right? Accuracy boost, which we already have equipped. Well, we're now telekinetic. Aha, so you can switch. Beautiful.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
So, yeah, this was the mailroom. Okay. This is blocked off before. I saw some of what they said. I saw that they mentioned releasing new content. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll find out something at E3, so. National news sites have begun to publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. Y'all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears for desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to Redacted. So another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring Redacted, and Redacted for any off-message opinions. But it's looking like we're in the clear. Hiss Ranger. Okay. Need a flashlight. Clearance level 1.
This must
So we don't
open
get
the door.
promoted, we just steal it. Okay. Like real life. Boss fight.
They can fly now. Great.
Better run.
I have a feeling he'll be back.
You think?
Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
That hotline bling. The physics in this is kind of impressive. I mean, so far, other than the gun handling, it's not that great. There's very little here that's not impressive. Urgent messages. Boot. A spate of disappearance was traced to a home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switchboard. Bureau agents arrived in the home of a local celebrity located at Redacted, which had been connected to a local of redacted disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house, redacted days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in Butte's home in the Butte home's closet disappeared during this incident.
right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious
Alberto Tomasi, head of comms.
in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry
The hiss got him.
of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thanks God no local doctors examined him first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Launch efficiency. Ah, okay. Nice.
The hotline can't be far now.
Sounds like the phone's ringing. I don't know what the point of all that is. Okay.
All right, take this.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream Logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with the Black Pyramid.
Have we been here before? No.
Okay.
I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Hello? Anyone here?
Guess not.
The key has a black pyramid on it.
Okay. Probably this door back here. The one with the black pyramid on it. Hello? The Astral Plane Challenge.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
Okay. So which existence is real then?
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench.
Okay.
Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily. People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Well, considering I don't trust Emily, I'm gonna lean towards yes. It's too soon. I know there is some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget. As long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the U.S. Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in another spreadsheet that some lowly accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us, as if we aren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Object is a 1960s era red bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs redacted. How would you redact that? The object allows the director to communicate with the redacted. If anyone used the phone other than the director, the object would cause lethal redacted. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the object, including redacted and redacted, but its origin remains unknown.
Ring, ring. It's Dr. Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered. And the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is,
But what is the board?
under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well. Our very own Ouija board. Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
So everything we hear is now classified.
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth, and no one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown of fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised? I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst, a conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a brain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
But he killed himself. Or we were made to.
A director needs a team.
Think
my management
he killed
team.
himself.
These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. They have proven themselves. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. So I followed my own orders. Northmore hated my guts for that. But things change when you become director. You suddenly see this dark void for the horror show it truly is, filled with screaming fear we pretend to control. Sand leaks through my fingers. The roses I pruned in the garden back when I still had a family, all dead, Heat escapes my body.
How did your family
My
die?
thoughts are scattered. The universe keeps expanding, and I can't keep up with it alone. When I forget that, things go wrong, and my team has to pick up the pieces. Damage control. To help me get out of my mess. The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest,
You love this game?
many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board.
Warning.
Sometimes I need to visit.
I'm
just to breathe
trying to make
easier
sense of
for
this.
A while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights
It's like I'm on a bad acid
isolated
trip.
from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in. Something's coming. The whispers growing louder. The worst
Good luck,
winter
Cat.
storm in Bureau history. A retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau. Everything I've built. Destroy me. A web
This is
spun,
the
turning
Ultimate
this place
Edition.
against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach.
So I'm
Elusive.
assuming it's included.
It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
Okay. Okay. Agent death notification. I regret to inform you that your son, Graham Potts, was killed in active duty this past week. While the details surrounding his death are classified, I'm honored to tell you he died in service of his country. You can be proud of his courage in the face of danger and his commitment to protecting our nation against her enemies. He will be remembered by his comrades and colleagues. Update on mold eradication efforts. Deconstruct. Okay. Oh, this is the way I came from. Yep, we are the new director now. Hell of a time to take over, you're not wrong. A shitter with no mirrors. We already heard this.
If you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items.
Para-utility. Objects of power are unique with their capacity to grant certain individuals paranatural abilities. We call these individuals para-utilitarians. The potency of these abilities depend on the para-utilitarian. Using the redacted object of power as an example, some para-utilitarians can achieve to throw distances of redacted, while others are only capable as little as redacted. What exactly determines an individual's paranatural competence is unknown, but it's largely believed that some redacted exist within the body and that, like all muscles, can be exercised. To continue my analysis, I have officially requested access to the Northmore records, considering he is one of the most accomplished para-utilitarians the Bureau has ever seen. Dr. Darling is still considering this request. No idea what these readings are for. Nope, I remember that. That was a shitty radio station. Parents for post-it notes all around it. Shadow recoil efficiency.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. Let's
I got
talk.
the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator
early.
down there. It
Like, we're
connects all the sectors,
maybe
but it won't
an
work
hour,
while the
hour and a
lockdown
half
is in
into the
effect.
game.
We already got past one lockdown.
Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If
No.
you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know.
This
She
isn't
might
a
find out about you.
This isn't the time.
But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself.
Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Oh, that was fun. What happened? What was the emergency? How dare they interrupt you? Just say some lesser intelligent being decided to bypass all the code checks and push their changes direct to a production server. Oh, fantastic. What an idiot. They no longer have any access or ability points.